Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we got freaking debated where we thought it was gonna end right then and there with us going into the final trial, and I just saw my internet just fucking dip for a second. I don't know why. And today, I hope we will actually reach the final conclusion, unless it hits up with a trilateral 3 for some reason. But hopefully it doesn't. So without further ado, I think it's time to dive right back into it. February 25th, 2:21 p.m. This record, courtroom number 9. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand? Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. Okay. I've worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. That doesn't sound convincing. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. Lana! This is true? Then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. Or what if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah. It's no time to start second-guessing myself. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. And we're gonna do the usual, press everything. How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years. Detective Gant and Detective Sky was legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. It must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia. Them and Gant was a respectable detective. That's why... But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And... Did you do so to help your sister? Your Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. What she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. He was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana. So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago? You say you did it all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor's award's knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? Our prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright. But I'll never change this statement. You mean, Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. That is so. What happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. All just to protect me. When you found a scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. Though the thing is, what she just... Oh, what the... Wait, that wasn't there first. Hold the fucking phone. You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the victim's wounds? And then you moved the body? Why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad. But maybe I ought to ask... Why did you... I mean, plant the knife is probably pretty obvious to make it seem like it was a switchblade, but why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deducted it was, by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Guy moved the body. Piece of the jar? You mean... Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. So, when you first found the body, the jar was already... Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead, and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jars must have been broken during the struggle. I see. What's the matter, Emma? Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that. Yeah, I do as well, because of a certain thing. Must be a contradiction here somewhere. Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone. So the problem with this is the fact that we've already established in previous episodes that on the jar the name Emma was written. But how the fuck would they do that if it was shattered? Did he just put the pieces together kinda just like that? He was like, hell no. This guy, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? That truth was to be exposed now. The past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction? In my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. Ah. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Yeah, like, because... As how the fuck is he gonna do that? He just take... Like, a wound in his back and everything. It's like, but I need to write this, but the jar is broken. What else? Order, order. Garner, it would appear more information is needed in regards to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are. What the truth towards which we're headed? Clearly had some word. So you mean like just before the jar broke, he just like some word. He was like, need to write this, and then proceeded to die. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Exactly, yeah, some word. Very well, the witness may now continue her testimony. Okay. You're a message of blood. Okay. Okay. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at that time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Wait, how many statements was that? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, we gotta do the same old. Press it. But the jar was already broken? It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense case. But not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You're an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have. It was dark. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Well, that helps my case. Lana, you do that for me? It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. It's rather shocking. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in that situation? Lana, I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. A detective is always prepared, Miss Wright. Even now I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss anything. I got every last piece. Wait. I'm just thinking of something. Shut the fuck up, Emma. I mean, why would Chief Gant have it then? This guy, I believe this jar concealed a truth that even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. Is Chief safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. Oh, hello? Oh, thank you very much, Zach, for the follow. Welcome to our corner of the International Ocean. Hopefully you will enjoy your stay there. How are you doing today, sir or ma'am or whatever it is? There was still blood on it. Whoa! It intensifies. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off them. Yes. Which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. Oh, really now? Oh, it's nice that new people in here. It's very nice meeting new people. My current defendant have simply missed a piece. I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all... Yes, please, Edward. Object, please. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on the shattered jar. Yes, we have established this. We don't need... Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for dark downs... Okay, I missed the entire thing. Good job. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did I hide the fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? Yeah. No. Why are you like that? What the fuck? Have you something to gain from this, Mr. Judge? Are you in on this as well? Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the chief's puppet. She legit just bit her fucking own. I saw blood. No, I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make it out the most foul lies to defend their clients. I mean, foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. Imagine that. I guess you do seem like the Judge! Come on, what do you mean I look like the type of like twisted truth? Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Miss Wright? Lana. Maybe Wright after all. What do you mean, Wright? You do tell foul lies then, Miss Wright. Miss Skye, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. I mean, that's a possibility. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Skye, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. Alright. The witness may testify once more, for the final time. Okay. The actual crime scene. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on his suit of armor's sword. Emma in dark was lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it really was fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the sword's armor? You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. This is... okay. What? To me? It's a picture I took at a crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Anna must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you. Very well, Mr. Wright, please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Anna. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. I mean, the only thing we've received is this, so... Hello. Hey, what's up? Oh, let's see. Oh, how do... wait, is it just Static? Is that how you pronounce your name? I hope that's her. Hello, mister. Sir. Hey. Yeah. Okay, I got it right. I'm sorry, I was kind of stumbled. Ecstatic. Oh, okay. I was close, though. I was close at least. I got the static part of it. How are you doing there, Ecstatic? Hey, there's a picture here. Jesus. Doing good, thanks. Oh my... why does it look like he got stabbed in the throat? Oh no, actually, no, he would be coughing blood, wouldn't he? I see you playing Rise from the Ashes. Yes. And I have no clue what I'm doing. This is the actual crime scene. Such a great case. Yeah, it's taking some turns. No other detectives saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted criminal affairs only after I'd rearranged everything. Yes. Mr. Wright! That piece out from his vest. Could that be the cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe? Oh, I was wondering what the fuck this was from. What's this? Uwu? Uwu, what's this? It's a handprint, isn't it? A cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Where fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. Oh, maybe not. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Oh yeah, shit, we never told her, did we? Ah, fuck. Oh, this is bad. Oh no. Oh no. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Ah, fuck my life. Okay. What? Come now, Archie. What the I thought you went for lunch. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant? What, now you have to make me out as a bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. No. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This might be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. He went Super Saiyan again! He's going Super Saiyan! So what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. He do be mad though, yes. Yes, he do be mad. Pure Super Saiyan. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yeah, that's true. Wait, you mean... I was downstairs and heard that shit. Downstairs making a sandwich. Just from upstairs, it's like, he's going Super Saiyan! Yeah, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, Wright? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is this true, Mr. Wright? Show that piece of evidence now. Emma's sure to be made out as a murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. If you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? Better think this truth carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present a piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? No, I don't have anything. Your Honor? I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie. Chief Gant? You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. Oh, fuck it. I didn't like Emma anyway. I don't know what you're talking about. It's right. Why don't you show them? Emma, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We found it together. No, we didn't. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it's been cut off for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? No, not at all. No, 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 no. What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of police department. I wonder how close I am. Oh, I don't want to think about that, Andy. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had a gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit to it? Maybe I'm close, maybe I'm not. Oh, I feel like that goal is getting raised soon. I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So we really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. But made it look like the blame lay with her sister. And when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant a knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using the evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I had two pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. Two pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? But why? For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? Hey, the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood of all the pieces. But if you fabricate all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the method on this yard too? Ho ho ho. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean a piece of cloth? Come on, Righto. Cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe? Yes, I admit it. I don't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it's too late. It's been a long battle, but the moment of truth has finally arrived. What the fuck do I do now? No! Okay. Do it. Alright, sure. Garner, I do have evidence to present now. I just forgot it was in my back pocket, you see. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. I mean, it's this thing. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh yes! At last you finally brought it out into the open. It's a handprint of this piece of cloth. Garner, the prosecution requests to be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. It's handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean, it could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Ho ho ho! You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Wordy. What? Think about it. Rido had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know? Yeah. Where the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. Should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted? I mean, it's... Emma? Emma Sky? What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I mean... Oh, ho, ho, ho. You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along. Right is a fucking fivehead. He's like, hey. You still try to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic. But true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. How could you? You monster! Miss Sky. You knew whose fingerprints were all... those were all along. Yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky. It's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. Nah, man. I don't think so. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Can't got your tongue? Are you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh? And what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you asked? It was Emma Skye, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. It does? What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? You can't. Your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Ah, shit. What the f... Wait a second. There's fucking... Hold the fucking phone! And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Skye took. Take a good look at it. Yeah, there's some blood on the piece, exactly! See where the piece of this vest was cut out? Yes. His shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth. Yeah, there's something on it. Wait, there's no blood on it. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing. Nothing. Oh, I thought it was gonna go Super Saiyan again. God damn it. Since Emma Skye's fingerprints are on this cloth, it's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Skye? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword? Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it. Come on, go Super Saiyan. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. Super Saiyan! Wait! Fuck! No! I was too late! No! For effort, what I was gonna do this. Fuck, I missed my time! No! I'm so sad! It's finally all over. Oh, come on! Wait, who was Oh, that was close, Righto. You almost had me. You don't look convincing. Sorry, but you have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Order, order! What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Raji? Earlier, O'Reilly here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Righto? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Honor? I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present the evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair. But is it though? Isn't... Without the approval, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. But that's not fair. Oh ho ho ho! Do you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Huh? Well, Mr. Wright? It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? You purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? No, I fucking didn't. No, I fucking didn't. I admit, I refused to present it at one point. Aha! So the evidence is illegal. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present the evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean, you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Aji, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe... There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so. Fucking have the law book! This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law? What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at the point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth. Nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself. Inside yourself. It goes without saying I didn't have approval from the police department. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Hehe. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No! It's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh yes! No, fuck! Wait, no, I can... It paused! I could do it! It was then that you approved this cloth. As conclusive evidence. Oh, by doing that my camera went blurry. Give me a sec. There we go. I got it now. Yes, you, the chief police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. There's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant. The killer was you. Oh fuck, I was... Wait, I'm getting ready for it. What the fuck is he doing? knew I should have gotten rid of him. A good-for-nothing scum. He's starting to believe. Yeah. For 2 years he'd be snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day. Yet he insisted on hunting me. He turned into a clap SMG. Yeah, I know. He was like, you have nothing. Oh, my camera went blurry again. Fuck. He just went full on, just like. Well, the crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Saar, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Clap go burr, exactly. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've gotta help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence docket and he was taking the evidence out. He said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up the SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it nearly impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as a crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. And you put the body in my car? I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk. What was the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Leaving the prosecution car aside. How? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all this? Well, he had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. You took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have time to pick up and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments and the glove. Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I'm gonna hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well up from close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Wordy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. Just one man. We'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well, looks like a time to say goodbye. Oh, Aji. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Damagant. I knew you as you used to be. Long ago. You were once a fine investigator. An example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Audrey. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here. And Worthy. With those two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. He continues to clap. There are two things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, them and Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forward evidence, up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My. What high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. She doesn't look as cold and dead anymore. Oh, that's nice. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried depression might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it! I only did my job. Stop it. Stop it. No, I only did my job. In light of this case, it seems like good self-examination is in order for all of us. A self-examining. Miss Sky? Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Agreed. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty. Confetti! Woo! That is all. This court is adjourned. February 25th, 5:03 PM, District Court, Defendant's Lobby number 2. At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. Well, at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. You see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well, yes. You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting. God damn it, Gumshoe. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh. Yes, I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty. To top it off, call me here. I've seen happy... I feel like I've heard this before. Hey, learn up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh. Are you here because of my sister again? Nope. Not this time. I came today because of... you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Lana! Should you be doing this? He's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, and now I realize I was wrong. It changed after that day. I had to. That's the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared what you'd look at, and that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth. I was deceiving you. I can't speak. Sis. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma. I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis. Oh my god, happy music. Okay, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. Emma. Cute. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find a way back to our rightful path. And it's from there we can move on towards a brighter future. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe. Me? Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. Edgeworth's being bashful. Where was he hiding? Behind the plant. I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right. Well, I'll be going now. He clearly hid behind that plant. Let's be honest. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth? Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. If Gant was right. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Simon Gant and your mentor, Manfred Ford Karma. We're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. Because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about. Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own? Huh? What the what do I do here? Wait, the award? No, isn't it this? Because Edgeworth had the other half of it. And without the two halves, it wouldn't be. Yeah, the evidence list. Yeah. That's the picture I drew. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Like two pieces, they came together. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth, you'll excuse me. There are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you. We can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. Since I owe you my thanks too, right? What I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I better be going too. Okay. Will I be by to visit soon? Since we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, there's a little something for you. I don't know who makes this book, but I love the little like a duck on the front cover of these books. Scientific investigation? It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. Fuck. Why do I yawn in such a crucial moment? And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey on my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go fucking gumshoe. Don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she is supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well... you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? 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 Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Holy hell. That was... Arrange for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Beep, 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 beep. Woo! We finished the game, or well, the first of 3. Yikes. I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalize you anymore, I'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. It was interesting though. It's gonna be interesting when I play through the other 2. Because the thing, like... Yeah, part 1, exactly. Because obviously, with a trilogy, I had played a bit in the first game. My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them though. Someday I'm going to make detective. Yes, sir. Then I can just be like that Dick Gumshoe. As I was saying, like, into the first game, at least roughly half of it, I wasn't going in blind. But the second and third game, I have never touched at all. So that's gonna be very interesting, just jumping in blind. Oh, thank God I didn't play the music. Oh, this thing is gonna give me flashbacks for a very long time. This thing will be... This is my sleep paralysis demon. This is what this is. Oh, it just fucking flopped over. It just went... Nah. Oh, that's funny. That's funny though. What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this into me. He's one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? Who the fuck is Billy? Who is this? Is it a horse? What is it? Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. It's a farewell gift. I put a new meal on the menu. The Right Way lunch. The top layer tastes of bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. How the fuck would you eat it backwards? I have my box lunch. Wee. Benjod localization, yeah. I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing something or other for how many years? Well, anyway, I got another trial to go to, so I better be... Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go! The music is very chill though. It's very just like... Maya! Ah, nothing suits the soul like fresh country air. Oh, she's back in her village, probably. Still, something is I do miss hearing you and your reaction. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya, afternoon train is about to begin. Coming! Well, see you around, Nick. We got to see Maya at least. All of these people that beat the game to do. Beep 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 beep. Anyone else? Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? What the fuck are you here? Mr. Edgeworth? I brought you your tea. Huh? What's going on? Why is the bellboy fucking there? From case 2. He is like, I'm coming to tea, sir. Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. I still love the duck. Look! Wait, what do we... Hello? Oh wait, there's not... Ooh, what's this? Oh, okay. That's... Okay, that's pretty cute. Capcom. Oh, it just throws us back here. Okay, thanks. Oh, well, I guess that's gonna be everything for today. So, we're gonna end the recording and everything. End the stream shortly after. Just, I want to do the out for the YouTube people before the Twitch people. So, yeah. That was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. The first game, that is. So, next time, we will be starting... what is it? Phoenix Wright... I believe it's Justice for All it's called, or something like that. If I remember correctly. So yeah, look forward to that. And yeah, thank you guys very much for joining me. Thank you to the people that talked to me today, keeping me company. And yeah, so I wish you guys a very nice continued evening, afternoon, morning, or whatever you are when you're watching this. I will see you guys in Justice for All. So have a good one, everybody. Stay safe. I'll see you guys then.